There are moments when you start doing the right things, and still, nothing seems to move. You correct your thinking. You become more intentional. You begin to align your decisions. And, for a moment, you expect something to change. But then days pass, weeks pass, and everything still looks the same. The same numbers, the same pressure, the same unanswered questions. And that's where something subtle begins to happen inside you. Not doubt in God, but confusion. God, I'm trying now. I'm doing it differently. So why does it still feel stuck? Yesterday we talked about alignment, and maybe something clicked. Maybe you realized you were depending on the wrong structure. Maybe you saw that one stream is not security. But here's the part most people are not prepared for. What happens when you start aligning and nothing changes immediately? Because that's the moment where people stop. Not because they don't believe, but because they don't understand process. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you will understand why nothing seems to be moving, even when you're doing things right. And once you understand this, you won't panic in the silence. You won't quit in the delay. You won't misinterpret the process, because what you're experiencing right now is not failure, it's development. And if you haven't watched the first message, that's where we laid the foundation. But stay here, because what I'm about to show you is what most people never see clearly. Alignment is not the result. Alignment is the starting point. And what comes after alignment is where most people lose patience, because they expect immediate reward for internal change. But God does not work that way. He works through order, through sequence, through process. Let me show you the first layer. Habakkuk 2:3 says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not delay." Now understand this carefully. Appointed time means there is a fixed season attached to what you are building, not your timing, God's timing. And that means something very important. Just because you've started aligning does not mean the result appears immediately, because alignment begins something. It does not complete it. Let me explain it in a way you can see clearly. When a seed is planted, nothing changes on the surface. No movement, no visible progress, nothing you can point to and say, "It's working." But underneath, everything is changing. Roots are forming, structure is developing, strength is being built in silence. And if you judge the process too early, you will think nothing is happening. But that would be wrong. Now bring that into your life. You've started aligning. You're thinking differently. You're making better decisions. But you don't see results yet. So you feel stuck. But you're not stuck. You're in formation. Here is your blueprint. Stop measuring your progress by what you can see externally. Start measuring your progress by what is changing internally. Because if the internal structure is not built first, the external result will not last. God is not delaying you. He is establishing you. So when nothing seems to be happening, remember this: just because you don't see movement does not mean nothing is happening. Provision follows alignment. Now let's go one level deeper, because understanding delay is only the first layer. The second layer is where most people get disqualified: consistency in the unseen. Luke 16:10 says, "Whoever is faithful in little will also be faithful in much." Now this is not just a moral statement. This is a system. God is not testing how big you can become. He is testing how consistent you can remain when nothing is changing. Let that sit with you, because most people are not failing in big moments. They are failing in small ones, quiet moments, unseen moments, moments where no one is watching, moments where nothing seems to matter. Let me make this real for you. You want increase. But how are you handling what you already have? Your time, your money, your discipline, your decisions. Because if those are unstable, increase will not fix it. It will expose it. And that's why God does not rush increase. He builds capacity first. Now understand this clearly. Capacity is not what you want. Capacity is what you can sustain. That's the difference. Many people pray for more, but they cannot sustain what they are asking for. So God works differently. He builds you before He expands your life. He strengthens your habits. He corrects your patterns. He reshapes your thinking. And all of this happens quietly, without recognition, without visible reward. That's why it feels like nothing is happening, but something is happening. You are being trained. Now here is where most people get it wrong. They treat small things carelessly. They delay small actions. They ignore small disciplines because they think it doesn't matter yet. But according to this verse, this is exactly what matters. Faithfulness in small things is what qualifies you for larger things. Here is your blueprint. Start treating what you have right now like it matters. Your current income, your current responsibilities, your current opportunities, because how you handle this level determines your next level. Let me say that clearly. Your next level is not decided by desire. It is decided by consistency. Now ask yourself honestly, are you consistent? Or are you only motivated when you feel like it? Because motivation is temporary, but consistency builds structure, and structure is what holds increase. So if nothing seems to be growing yet, don't assume failure. Ask a better question. Am I becoming consistent? Because if you are, then something is being built, even if you cannot see it yet. And just because you don't see it does not mean nothing is happening. Provision follows alignment. Now we go deeper, because even if you understand timing, and even if you stay consistent, there is still another layer most people miss. Transformation. Romans 12:2 says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Now this is not just spiritual language. This is a system of change, because God does not just change your situation. He changes how you think. And this is where many people get frustrated, because they want external results without internal transformation. But it doesn't work like that. Your life will always follow your thinking, not your intentions, not your desires, your thinking. Let me explain this clearly. If your mindset is still built on survival, then even when you receive more, you will operate the same way. You will react the same way, spend the same way, make the same decisions, and eventually, you will end up in the same place again. That's why transformation comes first, because without it, nothing new can be sustained. Now look at what the verse says. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That means change is not automatic. It is intentional. It requires awareness. It requires correction. It requires discipline in how you think. And this is where most people avoid the real work, because changing your thinking is uncomfortable. It forces you to question habits. It forces you to confront patterns. It forces you to admit some things need to change. Let me make this real for you. How do you think about money? Do you see it as something that comes and goes? Do you see it as something you must chase? Or do you understand it as something that must be structured? Because your answer determines your outcome. If your thinking is unstructured, your life will be unstable, no matter how much comes in. Now here is your blueprint. You don't just change what you do. You change how you think before you act. Before you spend, you think differently. Before you decide, you think differently. Before you respond, you think differently. Because once your thinking shifts, your actions follow. And once your actions change, your results begin to change. But it starts here, in your mind. Let me say this clearly. You are not just waiting for something to happen. You are being transformed, and that transformation is what prepares you for what you're asking for, because God will not place something new into an old way of thinking. It won't hold. So if you feel like nothing is changing yet, look deeper. Something is changing. The way you see, the way you decide, the way you respond. And those changes are not small. They are foundational. Because once your thinking aligns, your life begins to align. And once your life aligns, results begin to follow. Not randomly, not suddenly, but consistently. And just because you don't see it yet does not mean nothing is happening. Provision follows alignment. Now we come to the final layer, endurance. Because even when you understand alignment and timing and consistency and transformation, there is still one thing that determines whether you will see the result: endurance in the unseen. Galatians 6:9 says, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up." Now understand this clearly. This verse is not just encouragement. It is a condition. Due season is guaranteed, but it is connected to something. If we do not give up, that means the result is not uncertain, but your endurance is. And this is where most people lose it. Not at the beginning, not in the middle, but right before the outcome. Because this is the hardest phase. You are doing the right things, but you still don't see results. You are consistent, but nothing looks different. You are aligned, but everything feels the same. And that is where the pressure builds. Because your mind starts asking, what if this doesn't work? What if nothing changes? But that question is based on what you see, not on what is true. Let me make this clear. God does not operate on visible confirmation. He operates on process, and the process produces results in the right season, not early, not late, but exact. Now here is your blueprint. Do not stop doing what is right just because you do not see results yet. Do not break your consistency because the outcome is delayed. Do not return to old patterns because progress feels slow. Because the moment you stop, you interrupt the process. And this is where most people reset everything. They quit, they go back, they lose momentum, and then they start again. But the cycle repeats because endurance was missing. Now ask yourself honestly, are you stopping too early? Are you expecting results before the process is complete? Because if you are, then you are not stuck. You are interrupting your own growth. Let that sit. Because once you understand this, everything changes. You stop rushing. You stop doubting every delay. You stop reacting emotionally because you now know something. There is a season attached to what you are building. And if you stay aligned, you will reap. Not maybe, not possibly, but inevitably. Now take a moment. God, you see the person listening right now. You see their effort. You see their discipline. You see their consistency. And Lord, they have been doing the right things, but they don't see results yet. And that is where it hurts. So right now, strengthen them. Give them endurance in the unseen. Give them peace in the waiting. Give them clarity in the process. Remind them, you are not absent. You are working, even when nothing is visible. And as they continue to align with you, let everything begin to unfold in the right time. Not forced, not rushed, but established. And from this moment, remove the fear of delay. Remove the pressure of comparison and replace it with confidence, because what you started, you will complete. In Jesus' name, amen. And if something in you is starting to understand this now, don't stop here. Go back to the first message, because that's where the foundation begins. And everything you just heard will make even more sense. This is only the beginning.